everyone, my name is Michelle. I go by M1924 Crafts here on YouTube and also on Instagram. So for today's video, I thought I would share with you guys the basic construction of this super duper cute like matchbox tassel holder that I uploaded and posted on my Instagram page. It's super easy. It's perfect to ship off your ribbon tassels or charms or dangles, whatever you want. It's very customizable. So I'm just going to show you the basic construction that I used for the one I have here in my hands. The width is 4 1/4 by 8.5 inches long. So again, if you are wanting to just use it for 1 or 2 tassels, then you can definitely trim the width of it, and that would work great. So the ribbon tassels that I have in here are actually, let me see how long they are. So they're about 6 inches long, and that's including the little lobster clasp. I don't even know what these are called, but so, and there's still plenty of room if you had longer tassels. But what you will definitely need, and I recommend using 110-gram weight paper, just because, as you know, the clasp and the weight of those are pretty heavy, so you want something sturdy. So I'm using 110-gram weight paper, and this measures 8.5 by 11, and I am going to cut that down on the 8.5 side. I'm going to cut it straight in half at 4 1/4. So now I have 2 pieces that measure 4 1/4. And then I am going to cut one of my pieces down to 7 5/8. So one of the strips, I'm going to cut it down to 7 5/8. And then I'm just going to put that off to the side, and then I'm left with this little guy, and I'm actually going to cut that down to 2 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to flip this little thing over so I can have a guide to start scoring. So the little strip that measures 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, I am going to score it on the 2 1/4 side, and I'm going to begin scoring at 3/8, and then I will score at 1 1/8, and then I will score at 7 5/8. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to do the hinges. So we're just doing one hinge. I know it can be a little intimidating, but it's super easy. So these 2 pieces in the middle, you're just going to bring that together and then push down on the little ends, and then you'll create this like mountain, I guess. So that's what you want. So now I'm just going to put glue to one of the bigger sides. I think they measure 3/4. Yeah, I think it's, yeah. Okay, so on the 3 1/4 side, I'm going to add some wet adhesive to that, just on one of the strips, because we want to sandwich it together. And then you just want to open it up, press down, make sure it's in there. Okay, so now you have your little flap. I'm gonna put that aside because we are going to score the next piece, and the one that measures 4 1/4 by 11 inches, you are going to score at 1/2 inch, at 1 1/2, and at 9 inches. Okay, and then just score your marks. So on this little 1/2 inch, we're gonna add glue to that little 1/2 inch strip and put our flap over. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna lay this flat, and don't come up to the crease line, just get as close as you can and just make sure it's even. Okay. So now we have that. So you're going to take your little hinge piece and you are going to make your holes. I suggest doing possibly the 3 1/16 inch size instead of the 1 1/8 side, because you want the holes to be as big as you can. Or if you have a standard hole punch, that works great. I didn't measure out the width, I just eyeballed it. So, and I didn't come up to the fold line. I came as close as I could, because if I come up all the way to the fold line, then the weight of the class will probably tear the hole apart, you know? So just try to get as close as you can. And I'm just gonna do 4 holes, and I'm gonna pretend that I know that I have the perfect spacing for it, and I probably won't, but there's that. And then I think if I do it there, and I don't know, probably right there, whatever. It's not the perfect spacing, but that's okay. So now you're just gonna add glue to the 2 little 1/2 inch flaps, excuse me. And you are going to bring your little match book, and on the 1 inch guide here, you just want to center it as best as you can and make sure you're not touching any of the fold creases there. And then press that bad boy down to make sure it adheres nice and tight. Just kidding. Okay, so just press down. And then just let the glue dry, and then you can fidge around with it. So the one that I did 2 little staples on the bottom, but you are more than welcome to use magnets, and I think that's what I'm gonna do to this one. I'm just gonna probably do a magnet. So I am going to get some double-sided adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to get some double-sided adhesive, and I'm going to add a magnet to this one. And depending on how you want it to close, I'm gonna just bring it down to the bottom there and press my magnet down. And then you should be good to go. Look at that, super duper easy. You can, like I said, you can customize the width of this, and obviously I'm not adding decorative paper, but I'm just showing you guys the basic construction. So hopefully you guys find this tutorial super simple and helpful, and have fun creating these little tassel dangle holders. I don't even know what to call them, but anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.